Hey everybody, Tommy here, and welcome back to my random building Minecraft playthrough. Last time we didn't build anything, but we did explore these caves right here. Well, not caves, the abandoned mine shafts. So we looked through here, found like 5 or 6 chests, and just it was fun to explore. So today we're going back to building, and if we come on up to the tippy top, there's our bridge, lovely, and our house, and our nether portal. I'm going back to the museum area. I'm feeling like making the next part of our museum, which is going to be the nether section. And the way I'm going to do it is going to make it as if the nether was up in the world here. So just as a refresher, let's jump down into our nether and then kind of look around, get a feel for what it looks like. Okay. So, like, lots of lava. So the ground's gonna be lava. Then we're gonna have some of this netherrack on the floor. We'll put some, like, quartz blocks around it, too. Maybe plant some of these, like, well, I don't think we plant them. I have to build them. So if we're gonna build them, we'll, like, use the trunk, or whatever, the stalk, or whatever this is. And then, like, build up some glow blocks around it. So, kind of recreate this, but do it out in the actual world. So my horrible sense of direction, I have misplaced my portal. So I gotta find Bowser. Okay, there's Bowser, so our portal should be right over here. Yes, it is, okay. And let's head on through here again. So yeah, so lots of lava, netherrack, and then other doodads here and there. So we're going to do that over here. The first thing I need to do, though, is level out this ground. So I am going to cut away, and then when I join you guys once again, when we come back, I'm going to have all this leveled out right here. So I will see you in a minute. Okay, and it's all filled in. Or at least as much as I need it to be filled in. Well, we could have gone crazy and like extended it out to the desert, but no need for that, really. So we're just going to build it off of this part. And if we look inside here again, you can see there's going to be a doorway right where that pathway leads right there. And it's going to come into here. I do forget where that was located, though. I'll have to jump back and see where the doors are located. But it's going to come into here. And I've made the mistake in the past where I laid down all the dirt and then had to dig it up again to put new floor down. But since this is a nether, I want to make it more fun and exciting. So to do that, I'm going to make it like a walkway, kind of that walks over the lava. So it's okay to have the grass here, because we're going to turn it into lava pretty soon. But let's find this door first. And actually, we'll go through the whole museum. Not the whole, it's only 2 rooms really, but we'll check it out. So we have one door here, which will still make this bigger into like a big, I think, entryway is right here. But for now. Nope, that's dirt. There we go. Quick refresher of this room. Then it comes right into this one. It's like a magical transition. And I want that transition here. You guys aren't birds. You're not a bird. You're not a bird. So we do like that. And then this will be... yeah, I don't want the birds to leave, so let's get another door real quick. Keep with the birch. And we'll throw it right there. Okay, so now we have a way to know where we're going to make this pathway. And there's a sheep. Actually, you can come out. You come out. You come out. Thank you, because you are not a bird. That is our bird room, not a sheep and bird room. And we got to trim that too. I like how the tree that we put right on the side here was just a hair too big and it clipped through the wall. So let's trim those as well. There, okay, so now that is where our doors, and it's going to be probably another square room. Now then, the nether is dark. So I think what we're going to do is make the outside kind of this color, but then put another layer of wall right next to it, which is netherrack. Because when you go to the nether, you're pretty much surrounded by netherrack. But to keep it consistent with like the outside of everything, to look clean and all together, we'll use this material, which was, going back a few episodes, trying to remember what that was, I believe it was terracotta, like the white terracotta. So if we go here, yeah, because the white terracotta does not look white at all. So put that in place of amethyst? Yeah, there's no amethyst down there. By amethyst. And then we also used... No, we used dark wood for this one, but I don't think we need it for the secondary room. Oh no! Oh, it's I just put this amethyst here, but I thought it was a bird that escaped. Even if it was, wouldn't be a big deal. Overreaction. Now, what is this? So that's right on the inside of that piece of wood. So that's how I'll measure. Perfect. And because this is in the nether, it doesn't need to be, you know, square and everything on the inside, so I don't have to worry about that part of it. I just want to see how big exactly. We can go out a little further. I'd say we can go out to the edge of this part. So right here. Let's make sure that's a good size. Yeah. So my museum is just kind of like a bunch of rooms in the different areas, showcasing different things. So we have the artwork for the first part, the bird part off of that, and now we're doing another one off of this. And I have done the nether thing before. I did it once before, and it's pretty cool. It's fairly easy to, but it's really cool when it all comes together. So now, do we like this size? For now. I almost want to make it a little bit bigger, but just like a couple blocks bigger. Yeah, we'll go a little bit bigger. So we got like maybe 1, 2, 3. Break out these guys. Again, for this playthrough, there's no rhyme or reason. Just things I want to build, so I'm going ahead and building them. They kind of come together as I'm doing it. It's a creative process at work. So let's zoom up again. Yeah, I guess that works. There's nothing like... When I add all that netherrack on the inside, it's going to make it even a lot smaller, but for now, that size should work. So I'm going to cut away again real quick. And what I'm going to be doing then is just kind of making these walls. So it's pretty quick and simple. And then I'll come back and do the inner walls in a moment. But if you've seen someone build a wall, you don't need to see it again. It's not exciting. So I'm going to cut away, and when I come back, we'll have our walls built up, and we'll be ready to add into this our netherrack area. So I will see you in a minute. Okie dokie. So there we have our walls. Looks like a good size. Seems... Yeah, it's going to be crazy because we're going to really transform this space. Right now it's just a nice 4 walls with some green grass. But once we're all finished, it's going to be just like the nether. It's going to be really cool. So the first thing, and I'm going to keep the roof open until the very end with this one just because it's going to get dark. So the first thing is fun. It's just mapping out the ground. So first I want to get some netherrack. So let's find the netherrack. Well, once again, it's that like scavenger hunt because of the new update. I haven't memorized where all this stuff is. It's like a reddish color, so let's look for like a reddish color. Netherrack. Here we go. So we need some netherrack. We're gonna keep the white terracotta. Soul sand? I think we'll use some soul sand. No, we'll just make it netherrack. We could go like really crazy with this and like have all the different biomes that you can find in with like basalt and everything like that, but I think we'll just stick with netherrack to make it simple. Yeah. So we got that. So now we're going to like map out how this is going to look because most of it's going to be lava on the floor, but we want to have some areas that are like little lands that you can walk across. And in a museum, there'd probably be like just fun lights that look like lava. Couldn't really do lava. But, right, so let's see. So you're gonna walk in the door from this part. And I think we should put netherrack right here. So we will dig up some of the grass. Like, we just placed a whole bunch of this down. You can still see it hasn't sprouted the roots yet, but... So let's knock out some of this. And it does not need to be even, which is nice, because the nether is just a whole bunch of random... And it's going to like build up in layers too, so... I'm trying to think. If we do that, we'll make it come out a little bit further, because I don't want to have to dig up all this grass and make it into lava. I'd rather just put the lava on top of that. And so to do that, the shortcut is trying to build up. So if we have this be our entryway, then we kind of take out this area to give it some depth. But then we have some like stairs, just kind of like, well, actually, what is there kind of netherrack stair or half a block? I mean, if you went to like a fortress, you could have some stairs. But as to actual netherrack, there's nether brick, red nether brick. I don't know. Slab, that was the word. I couldn't think of the word slab. So we got like the nether slab stuff. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if need be, we can use those, or we can just make it so people have to jump up. Whichever. But like, I want to have this part built out. Oops. Or dug out and then changed out for the netherrack. So when you walk through this door, you're kind of greeted with, whoa, look at all that. So it looks quite simple right now, but it will look amazing once it gets to the point. But to keep the lava at bay, we're going to kind of build up this part. And that way we can keep the grass, oops, nope. We'll keep the grass in place. But we're going to have lava sitting on top of it. So we'll have this, then it's going to be built up again. So now we don't have to dig out the grass anymore. We can just... So that's still kind of close. Let's go one more out. Nope. So then it's like this. We'll still need that one. So then when you walk through here, a little less claustrophobic. It was like too close. So there's one more block made it look a little bit more open. But so yeah, we're gonna like, and there's not really any bridges. Well, no, what is okay? Thinking and talking at the same time without any rhyme or reason. It's hard to like fully plan out how you want to do this, but it's coming together. So if that's where you come out, we'll build up some areas here. So it's kind of like you have to walk down this, or walk up the stairs into the nether. So, we come around here. Yeah, and it's just like uneven shapes. So we have an idea of where we're starting with the door. It's a little tricky with the door because figure out like ups and downs and stuff. So we'll leave that as it is right now. But I'm going to go map out the rest of the floor. So if we fly up, we want a lot of this to be lava. And then we want some of it to be netherrack. So it's kind of make these random shapes with our netherrack to... And they're random shapes, not like squares or anything. I mean, if you really wanted to go crazy, you could go into Nether and like study its actual geography and make it look exactly like a spot you found in there. But for all in all, just kind of making some weird shapes like that. And different sizes too. Like we want some big ones, we want some small ones. So let's make a big one over here now. And then these all be connected by some kind of walkway. But so we've got that. Now let's make one that comes out like that. And then we'll kind of make another one that comes over this way. And now for this part, I don't know exactly how I want to make this. Like, what room, if any, do I want branching off of the Nether? So I'm kind of like trying to figure that out as I'm doing this. Like, do I want to have... I think I did that wrong, actually. If we're going this way, yeah, the door needs to be bigger. So we'll actually make this out a little bit further. Because I think the Nether's like a nice end all to this. I mean, or we could like go even further and make one next section into the end. Have some of that moon looking stuff all around. Decisions. Now, last time I made this, it was actually in regular, not creative. So it took me a while to get enough materials to make it work, but it did actually work. So it's pretty cool to see it come together. Nope. Well, whatever. Okay. So when you fly up above this now and we look down, those will be our masses of netherrack. So like then all this area here that doesn't have the netherrack sanctioned off against the wall is gonna be lava. Again, doing this without creative takes quite a while, but luckily we have the luxury of being able to just get what we need whenever we want. So the next step that I'm going to do from here is I'm going to fill in the land spots more, and I'm also going to make the walls netherrack as well. So we're going to cut away, and then you'll see when I come back all these spots filled in, and all the walls will be netherrack. So I will see you in a moment with all that finished. Okie dokie, welcome back everybody. It's been a moment for you, but a bit longer for me. And so if you look, we now have got our walls filled in and our floor kind of mapped out. It is very dark. I was working during the nighttime and it's quite dark. So I think the next thing I want to do is add some lava. So let's grab our lava bucket out, which should be next to our water bucket, which is somewhere here. Okay. Stuff always gets moved. Nope. Sorry, push wrong button. Okay, here we go. Lava bucket. Good old lava. And we're just going to place a lot of lava. And this will brighten up the place, which means stuff shouldn't be spawning in our way. A little bit on fire, but we're in creative, so it's all fine and dandy. Like fire candy. So it's going to keep filling this in. I don't know if I want to cut away for this. Nope. It's fine. We'll add some more blocks. So now it's slowly creeping its way down. But yeah, it's got to fill up this whole space. So I'll probably fast forward this part. So we're gonna just fast forward. So I will. Okay, that was a lot of lava placing, but we got it. So now it looks like it's all leveled out here. But you can only walk on this part. So the next thing we're gonna do is start to build up how it looks like in the Nether with like how it starts low at the lava, but then it builds itself up and it goes out. So it's kind of like just a bunch of stairs. So if we just kind of, we don't have to like fill in all this part particular, but just kind of like build up the edges like that. Maybe skip some every now and then. And we're just going to do this kind of random effect for the different platforms that we have. And this will help it look like the Nether too, because they always have that kind of like mountainous or type hillish type of landscape. It's not just flat in there. It starts low at the lava and builds itself up. So I'm just gonna quick do this one, then I'll do a jump cut, because whereas this is a neat build, it's a bit more labor intensive, and I don't want to have to, or I'm going to have to, you know, stop and go to make it look like it should. And so if we're looking at it like this, then this next step is going to come in one. Like so. And this will make it, this one will bring in like all the corners from, we'll bring it in from all the corners. One, I don't know, words are hard sometimes. So yeah, I mean, you can see what I'm doing. And then after we do this, we can always like break down these blocks and put like some quartz in there, or maybe some of the ones with the gold in it. Just kind of mix it up and give it the actual Nether look. But I like to use just the Netherrack for like a base. And there's also the ones with like the, I forget what it's called, but the equivalent to grass, but in the Nether. I know this is, I should be more knowledgeable about these words, but it's just a lot of stuff to keep track of. But yeah, so you can see it's starting to build up like this now. So we're going to take them back a little bit further, this one. Because, I mean, we're almost at the ceiling. I don't want to go too crazy high. So if we just start to push it back a little further, then it won't be right in the way. But yeah, so it's just like random shapes that you start with, and then it goes into random steps, I guess you can call them. So it's kind of like if you were in the Nether, you would like climb up here, then jump up here, jump up here, jump up here. So just to like capture the essence of the Nether, utilizing your own creativity. And it has a really cool outcome. So once it's like completely finished, it'll be like, oh wow. And it's something that you can do. I did it in like a roller coaster ride for when I made it. So you had to like go through these purple panes of glass, and then after you did, you ended up in like this kind of faux Nether that you make. And it's just so cool what you can do in this game. See, I don't want to go any higher than that really, but you can see it's just looking cool. Like you got that part building up there. If I wanted to, I could have built it up in the corner instead of going inward like that, but maybe we'll do that over here, where you kind of go up from the corner and out, down. So yeah, so that's the next step. Lots of steps to make in this guy, and it's quite a labor-intensive process. But as you can see, it's nighttime right now, but because of the lava, we're very well lit. So I'm glad we did that step next. But yeah, so it's map out your space, then map out your island patterns, and then you got build up your walls, and then build up your land masses, and then details after that. So I'm going to do another jump cut, and when I come back, or in just a moment really, you'll see that we'll have our land masses built up like our example one over here. So I will see you in a minute. Okie dokie, and we're back. And so this is the way to the bird area, but when you walk through the bird area, you come into the Nether. So it's coming together nicely. You can see that we've got all those like masses built up around on the different land, island type of areas. And just kind of give the illusion that it's going to keep going. And so this is our little makeshift Nether. That's the word. I couldn't remember where we were at. So the Nether. So it is coming together nicely. The next thing I think we should do is it time for the ceiling already? Like maybe we'll do the ceiling, and then from the ceiling we can do the details, because it's gonna be dark once we have the ceiling in, and we can add some glowstone to the ceiling then too, to make it, truly like the Nether. So if we look over here, this one's all glass, of course, because birds and such. This one, our ceiling has the white concrete? Yeah, the white concrete. And no one's really going to see the ceilings, so if we just make the top part netherrack again, I don't think that should be an issue. But as you can see, this one's right at the edge. Well, no, I guess we'll do it this point. Okay, so yeah, not right at the edge. Alright, so the next step for this process is the ceiling. Once again, don't need to see that happening, just a lot of placing of some ceiling. Okay, and there is a ceiling. We are completely encased inside of our faux nether. And now, as you can see, it's quite dark in the ceiling, which I think is why in the nether they have the glowstone. So let's grab out some glowstone, and now we're going to work on the ceiling. Oh, it's a shroom. Oh, we will need a shroom light, but not just yet. Let's work on the glowstone first. If only we could have found the glowstone as easily as we found that shroom light. And that's magma. Here we go. That wasn't too bad. Alright, glowstone, we'll get rid of these stairs. These are from our bridge. And the nether, the ceiling is not flat on the nether. It's got some bumps and stuff to it too. So we're going to kind of like do some geometry type working around stuff too. Actually, that's kind of cool. I think if we light up this corner like that, and let's kind of do that around different areas, but different heights as well. So let's build some netherrack. Like that, and then we'll throw a couple of glowstone around it like that. Something like that. I don't know the exact kind of shape of the glowstone patterns in the nether. So it's not looking... That's something's off with this one. I think it's this block. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Maybe it's this. We'll come back to that one. But just kind of like drop down some netherrack and some random arrays, and then we're just going to kind of put some random glowstone here and there to help it all come together. So this, and I like to like make it like a puzzle. So like this piece is going to drop down further here because there's more lava than there is land. So I don't know if that's part of the actual like process when they code the different seeds in the worlds. But I think it looks nice, and it helps to kind of keep it going, to just have that little bit of symmetry. See, so it's kind of just like coming out, and we don't need to put the glowstone everywhere, just kind of in the darker spots. So if we go to this corner up here, we kind of fill that in a little bit, and then just throw in a couple of glowstone around that. Yeah, so just kind of like just making it look a little more real and authentic. And again, if you want to, you can go into Nether, find a nice chunk, copy it block by block. Is he in here? No, okay. I thought there was a merchant in here, and I'm like, it's not the safest for you, buddy. Uh-huh. Do you like it? Merchant, do you like this? Uh-huh. See, it's kind of like stuff like that. And then, like, little ones here and there. Just kind of pepper them in. Not so much all over the place, but just little spots. So all over the ceiling, we gotta do that. So that's the next step, to add some more light to this and just kind of bring it to life a little bit better. So just like a couple there. Do the thing where we do this thing. Just very random. But it's very hard for people to do random. I mean, there's some people that can do it amazingly, but in general, people always want to see some kind of pattern or some kind of like geometry or shape recognition. So when they do their random, it tends to look like not random as much. But I'm trying to make it as random as I can. And I just said the word random like 50 times. But just, yeah, like just some stuff around the ceiling. And then again, we'll come back and do some, oh, it's too far. Do some kind of detail work with like taking out blocks and putting in either the gold or maybe some quartz. But I think this is looking pretty cool. Like it's a labor intensive build, which is why, you know, don't make the room too crazy big, but it's just fun to see what you can do. Again, just throw some random blocks here and there. Oop, hence lava. Can't see what's going on. Maybe a bigger cluster here, like 4x4, or rather 2x2 to make a 4. Something like that, and then we'll add a little bit more glowstone. Maybe in like this spot. Just, we don't need it, but just to keep the look cohesive. But it does help light things up too, so maybe let's put like one right there. So yeah, it's looking cool. Looking cool. It's coming together quite nice. I'm quite pleased with how this looks. And it is, I don't know why. It is just fun to recreate this stuff, because you think you're in the Nether, then you go out. We need to make a door too. We got the one door for the bird room. We have a spot marked off for a door over here, but we don't actually have a door yet. But we just like make it come together like this. So I think we can get rid of some stuff in our bar. I think we don't need the torches because we're using a lot of lava and glowstone. So we'll get rid of the torches. But what do we want to use though? We gotta look around now and see what we have to work with. Because I want to use some quartz, so we gotta find like a nice quartz block and some of the gold. But then there's also the other kind of terrain to walk on. That looks kind of like it's grassy. Yeah, this one, the warp nilium. So we can use some of this, and we'll get some of this. And I don't think I want to do anything with like the soul soil or the basalt. Just, I mean, those are biomes in the Nether, but I'm just trying to keep it basic right now. We can always make another Nether biome with those in it, but for now, just kind of keeping it simple with these guys. But yeah, it's not a word I use every day. Nylium. So easy to forget that. We can do the ancient debris though. We can put some of that in there. Nether quartz. Here we go. We need some of that. And we need some nether gold ore. We'll get rid of the black concrete. I think that's all for now. I think we can work with that pretty well to make it look cool. But then we'll have to get like some crimson roots and some of the other nether foliage with like the twisted vines. Yeah. So it's always in steps. So we did the steps to build the room, then to map up the floor, then to fill the lava, then map out or build up the land masses, then the ceiling, then do the ceiling stuff. So just take it like one step at a time so you don't overload yourself. Netherwort we don't need because that's more so like for the fortresses. We could always do like a fortress type of room in our museum at some point too, but for now, I think we'll stick with what we have right now. Yeah, that should be good. And so like these guys are more like grass blocks. So if we take out the top parts, then it's gonna have some of that different look, like a nice variety look. And it doesn't have to be every top block, but like that. And see, like look at that. Even that just like addition of that block is just making it really, really come to life. So let's get rid of this one. So just kind of playing around. I'm not sure what this one is like. How should we add some? Maybe this one could be down here. We'll put this one in like very few spots. So like we'll take out that one, make that one red. Maybe this side can have more red than nylium. Oh, what is that word? It's such a weird word. Nylium. We got warped and the crimson. So I think more warped, less crimson in general, but we will still put some here and there. And nothing down too low, because too low is where the lava is, and you don't usually see it down too low. So like all these ones right at the lava, they're gonna stay. So yeah, so we're just gonna do this part now. So you get the gist of it. I think I can yeah, I'll do a jump cut. Don't need to fast forward. So I won't move to the next block though. Right now I'm just doing the two the words nylium. We're just gonna do these two first, and then I'll come back after that, and then we'll add the next stuff, which is the quartz and the gold, and then from there we'll add the foliage. So we're kind of almost done. It's just a little bit of a process. But I am going to jump out, and I'm going to come back in a moment with all the other areas covered in their respected nylium. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Again. So we just added some more of that to kind of mix up the textures. So now we've got some of the warped, got some of the crimson peppered in here and there, and we still have just the plain nether. So the next thing I want to do is just add in some of the more detailed blocks. So like the nether quartz, we can throw in like, we put a piece here and here, just so it kind of adds that like, oh hey, well actually we'll go pull even more. So we go here, 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 here. Now it looks like there's a little vein of nether quartz right there. So just kind of, even in the ceiling, you know what? Even in the ceiling, let's do it. So just gonna find a spot, maybe right here, and here, there and there. So again, even though it looks like we're in the nether, we just opened the sky right there and saw that it is actually daytime in the real world. But in the walls too. We made all the walls netherrack, but we can always just something like that. It's just kind of putting quartz here and there. So it's all about that random look. But then if you step back, you can see like, oh cool. But I mean, even that looks like too much. So you might have to like dwindle that out a little bit, so it's not just too much quartz all at once. Yeah, because it's common in the nether, but it's not like everywhere. So put even next to the door, just one little vein right there. Then we'll come over here. Maybe we'll do like tucked into this section. So it's kind of like adding these like little details without going overboard. So even maybe this one will go a little bit bigger. Down one. Like, and just always, for any kind of artwork that you do, perspective is always good. So you always want to like take a step back and look at it from different angles, different distances, because it really does change, and it really helps you see how it looks and how it looks overall. So let's kind of do a little bit more here, like just one block there. Yeah, like this one right. Maybe one more right here. That looks pretty good. I think it looks good. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. I can't tell what needs to change, but all these little details like really help it come to life and look like you're actually in the Nether. So with that though, now it's time for some foliage. So I'm going to open this up again, and let's go down and find those things we mentioned earlier. So that's coral. I feel like there's something over here. Yeah, some crimson roots. I think we're done with the dirt for right now. So there's crimson roots. That's seagrass. Warped roots, we need those. Done with the white terracotta. A wither rose? No. We got some coral, some dead coral. Tough is what you can find digging now. I mean, we could put a spawner in there. But no. For this small of a room, we don't want to go crazy with that. Alright, so we should be coming into slowly looking, making sure I'm not overlooking. I passed it. Where was that withered root? There it is. Okay. And we'll get rid of the lava. I think we're done with lava. And get some weeping vines. And we'll get rid of the quartz. Yeah, so that should be good for foliage. So we'll use that much to foliate. But it is cool. Like, things will grow on their own. So if we put some twisted vines here, you can make them taller yourself, but they will also grow on their own if you just give them some time. So not going crazy with those. I want to like put them everywhere. And I don't know if there's like a specific pattern for them, like where they actually do grow. But let's get some warped roots going. So warped roots cannot go onto netherrack. They need one of the nyliums. So yeah, you're gonna walk through the bird and come into a lava-filled nether. Nice. I want to put some of this over here again. Use this a little bit more. And one more on the side over here. Now the next thing I need to figure out is a walkway. Well, that's the final thing. There's no walkways in the nether, so that's where I need to be a little bit more creative, like trying to figure out where exactly we want to have this walkway and how we want it, what it should be made out of. I mean, the easy thing would be to just make like netherrack bridge in the lava so you can walk across from each island. But there's also, maybe we'll do that cobblestone, because if you do cobblestone in the nether, certain things can't spawn on it. So if we do that, maybe that will work. Okay, so they need Thenilium. So we'll get rid of that, put that there. There you go. So when you walk in here now, from the bird room to this room, that's so cool. Like we just made the Nether. But I'm gonna make the cobblestone walkway. I like that idea because things can't spawn in the Nether on cobblestone. I'm potentially in the real world too. I don't actually know all those details, but I do know the one for sure. So we need to find just the cobblestone block. Really simple walkway. I'll get rid of the gold now. So you come out of here, and then you can come out 172. And it's just being put on the grass, which is underneath this, so it's nice and easy that way. And it's going to, I guess, fork over this way. So if we go like that, then you can get to this one. And then from this one, we'll go up this way. And you can just easily make it like a square bridge. Do I want to make it as simple as that? Yeah, you know, I was thinking about making some wiggles in it, but we'll just make it square. Then you can get to this one. Kind of like an interactive nether. Climb around on here. Have this one come over that way. Nope, not there. Actually, maybe not there. Maybe we'll go over one. Okay, so that's all connected to that one. Then we'll connect this guy via this one. Almost done. Need to... I don't know. I think I like the openness of that central hub. But then everything else can be connected. It looks like I'll need the lava bucket. Lava bucket, because some of these are starting to not be as filled in as they once were. So yeah, just like a nice little cobblestone walkway, like you would actually use in the Nether. So you can walk across. We're kind of floating right now, but that's okay. Yeah, so the last thing I just want to do is, as you can see, my lava is drooping at some places once I put the cobblestone in. So let's grab the bucket one last time, and then I think we're done with this build. It was a kind of a shorter video, but just because I cut so much, the process itself takes quite a while. We're almost at 2 hours in like leveling out everything outside, and then turning stuff into the Nether on the inside. So let's just add some lava here. Check around, see if anything else is looking kind of droopy. But I think... yeah, that's okay there. Right here is drooping. There was a corner that I saw was drooping too. Over here, yeah. Ah, here again. And then on this side. You know, I heard a monster, but I think it was through the bird door. No, that's not the bird door. I heard a monster somewhere. Must be nighttime. I don't know why that's on fire. But you know what? Netherrack lights on fire. It happens in the Nether, so it kind of adds to its realisticness. Oh. That was my friend Nick. I have no idea how I got in here, but interesting. But yeah, so here is my Nether. Last thing I'm going to do is add a door over there, but it's going to be like a metal door probably. But yeah, just making another Nether. Oh, I found some more blocks. But yeah, so there you guys go. It's a bit of a process to put it all together, but once you do, it looks really, really cool. So yeah, that's how you make a nether. A bit of a longer episode for me, probably not as long for you guys, but a fun one nonetheless. So my museum has got the nether in it now, and I like it a lot. So yeah, so there you guys go. How to make the nether in real world. And in creative, it's much easier. You can do it in not creative, but did it in creative, which makes it so much easier. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you are doing well. Stay healthy, be safe, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Bye.